There are a few products in my collection that I never reach for, and it's not because they're bad quality or I don't like them, it is simply because I'm scared of them. Now, I really hope that other people can relate to this because I feel so stupid saying that, but I have a little box next to me today. I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup that terrifies me. I'm gonna try and face my fears. I'm gonna do it together. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna hold hands and it's all gonna be fine. I have my comfort zone, definitely, when it comes to makeup. I have my cool tones. I love my cool tone neutrals, my blues, my just smoky shades, and then more warm tone things. Very scary, but who knows, maybe today I'm gonna find some new loves. It's all about pushing myself out my comfort zone, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video as well. But just before we do jump into this video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we are so close. We are at 4.9k right now, and every day we are jumping closer and closer to that little goal. I'm so excited. I am so grateful to all of you for your support. Thank you so much. Of course, comment down below what is something that you are terrified of. Hopefully this video inspires you to pull that thing out and face your fears as well. So, I'm gonna clip my hair back. So before we even get into foundation, I actually have something that's been in my collection for a few years and I've used it a few times. This is the Sleek Color Corrector in green. So green cancels out red, and I used to struggle really badly with my acne. I got this for that and I just never really learned how to use it. I always had green splotches in my foundation. It just looked really bad. So today, instead of just using a full coverage foundation, I am gonna use this and hopefully it covers up my redness. I mean, I do also have a full coverage foundation, so I don't know, maybe this just won't work anyway. So I do have a few little red dots. I'm gonna put, that was too much, I'm gonna put the tiniest dot on each of them and maybe like a bit on my nose, like that. I don't know, is that enough? I'm being so careful right now because I always find that it just makes my skin green. Okay, I'm gonna use a clean brush and I'm gonna start tapping that in. Is this how you use it? I don't know. I've had this in my collection for so long and I just never know how you're meant to use this. And I used this a few times when I first got it, and as I said, it just made my skin look green. And so I never touched it ever again. But I do have a declutter series coming soon in Vlogmas. So you know what, now is the time to really get to know some products because some of them are going. My nose always gets red as well. I think I have some kind of rosacea on my nose. Okay. Did that do anything? Don't think so. Honestly, like I got through my acne phase without this. So I think I can do anything now, to be honest, without this. Is this something that I really need? No. Is it just an extra step that I find pretty useless? Yes. So I'm probably going to end up decluttering that, not going to lie. Next, for foundation, this is something that I have actually used recently. This is my Uoma by Sharon C foundation, and the reason that I'm scared of this is because it's so dark for me. I don't know what I was doing when I was choosing this foundation. I was living my dream fantasy life, clearly, because this is not my shade. This used to be my shade a few months ago when I came back off holiday, and now I've returned to my pasty white ghost self, and it is really dark. So I'm gonna shake this up. I do have a very light concealer in my drawers if I need it, so let's do a pump, but this doesn't look too bad. Let's pop that on. You can see it's not awful. I don't know if this oxidizes or not, because looking at that, that's not too bad, but it always just turns really dark. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I'm just gonna blend it in, and I can always go down my neck. Okay, it's fine. I'm really scared of this. This must oxidize because that shade looks fine for me right now, but watch it go really tanned in a minute. Okay, can you see that green? I feel like you can still see that green. Come on, you can still see it. Am I doing it wrong? I must be doing it wrong. Because that is more obvious than it would be if I just use the foundation normally. I'm so confused by this. If you guys are colour correction girlies, please let me know, because that just looks worse to me. I've had those breakouts for a while. It's not looking like that before, so I actually don't think this has the coverage that I remember it having. I remember this being super full coverage, and I don't know. Maybe it's not. I'm going to do another layer and hope that it doesn't just make my skin even darker. Right now, the colour looks okay. Okay. I definitely don't have a tan right now either, so I don't really know what's happening there. Okay, that second layer definitely covered up those breakouts a bit easier. I'm sure when we put our cheek products on as well, it would be fine. But I just don't think that colour corrector helped at all. I think it just made it worse. Okay. I think it oxidizes. Look, I feel like I'm turning orange. I feel like I'm turning more orange by the second. You can definitely tell now. I don't think that's because of the second layer. I think it's because it oxidizes. Ugh. It looked fine when we put it on. I should have mixed that concealer. I should have mixed a lighter concealer with it because... Okay. It's also not sitting on my nose, which is great. We're going to put that away. We're going to only use that when I have a tan, because I'm hoping it doesn't show up too much on camera, but in real life it is oxidizing pretty badly. So let's move on to concealer. This is the NYX Pro Fix Stick Concealer, and I love this and am terrified of this because this can look quite dry under my eyes. I have very dry skin anyway, and so this sometimes just makes my under eyes look a tiny bit crepey, a little bit like just dry sometimes. Sometimes it looks great, sometimes it's tricky. So let's see what mood it's in today. I am a little bit scared of using this on my acne because now that is so light compared to the rest of my face. And I am going to highlight just because I think I need it. So I'm going to use a sponge with this because I do find that if you use a brush, it does look even more dry. So I obviously don't want that. I just feel like with that colour corrector, I've just got so much product here now. I just don't understand. I don't get it. That's definitely going. I hate that. I just don't think I'm a colour corrector girl. So normally I would use a brush to blend in my concealer and then use a sponge over the top of it, but I'm literally just going in with a sponge. And it has made my nose look a little bit dry, but it's okay. We're gonna power through. I'm just hoping my under eyes don't look too crepey. I do have a thing, I do get very crepey under eyes quite a lot. As I said, my skin is very dry. Okay, that's looking nice. Now that I've used it with a sponge, it's looking nice. I feel like this is one of those products that you've got to kind of mix and match what you use it with. Like before I started this video, I put on some eye cream as well, just for some extra hydration. And now with the sponge, it is definitely working a lot better than if I would just go in with a brush. So that's good. Okay, we're looking a bit better. I feel like we're not having a disaster yet. We've just about grabbed it back. So now I'm going to talk about powder, and I have spoken about this powder a few times before, and I haven't used it in a while because guess what? I'm scared. I'm scared of it. This is my By Terry Hyaluronic Acid Hydro Powder, or it's marketed as some kind of hydrating powder. This is expensive, and all the makeup girlies were talking about this a while ago, and I find that if you put a little bit too much on, you are white. I don't find this to be translucent personally, and I'm saying that like so I'm just going to tap it on, and I'm going to just take my time to really start blending it out. It does feel nice, that's the thing. It feels so smoothing, but it is just so difficult to work with. Like my under eye feels so nice and smooth. And I have found as well that sometimes eyeshadow does not want to stick on top of this either. So we'll see what happens there. But that's nice. This hasn't made me white. Okay, if you have this and you're struggling with this, take the tiniest amount and blend it until you cannot blend it anymore, because that is scary. And my nose is just looking drier and drier by the second, which is nice. We love that. I just feel like my breakouts here are so much more noticeable. It doesn't just look cakey there, but it also just looks like, well, you can still see them. So the color corrector did nothing. Am I doing it wrong? I feel like I'm doing color correctors wrong because they never do anything for me. So please let me know down below. But we're gonna move on. And this video would not be complete without a cream product. Of course not. You guys know how much I love cream products. This is my PS Bronze Whip. This is a Primark brand, and this is so inexpensive. It is really, really good for the price. However, cream bronzers terrify me so much. I just have never been able to get cream bronzers to work for me. And I don't know, I'm a powder girl all the way. I love a powder bronzer, love powder products. Creams have just never interested me, and I never reach for them. So I'm gonna go in with this on a brush, and I'm just gonna start tapping that in to my forehead. I feel like the reason I never ever reach for cream products is because I find powder products so much quicker to apply, and I feel like, I don't know, cream products just, they can get way too much really easily, and I just don't like them. They do scare me a little bit as well. Like, I've not had much practice with them because I just kind of realized I didn't like them, and I'm like, yep, that's fine. I'm just going to use powder. It's okay. I don't even want to try. So, I don't know, it's like the fear of the unknown. But I feel like the extra blending and the extra pigmentation, it's just a bit, I'm lazy. I can't be dealing with this. But you'd think because I have dry skin, I would love cream products, but I just don't. Yeah, this section is just looking so cakey. The more product I put on, the worse it's looking. And I'm blaming the color corrector for that. 100%. I don't know, it just looks really orange and my nose looks awful. I'm not having a good time. I'm gonna use a beauty blender just to kind of blend that in a little bit more. I don't know, I could have been done 10 minutes ago if I'd have done a powder bronzer, slight over exaggeration, but you know what I mean. I don't have to do all this, I don't have to baby it, I can just whack it on. I just hate this. Hate that. So this is a product that terrifies me because it's just so pigmented, and I'm not a warm tone person. You'll probably hear that a lot towards the end of this video. I'm not a fan of super warm tones, whether that's eyeshadow, whether that's blush, whether that's lipstick, whether that's anything. So of course we're going to play around with a lot of warm tones today. So this is the Fenty Beauty duo in Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset, and this is a bright orange and a bright pink. And I normally mix these two together, but today I'm going to try and use them separately because I can't remember the last time I did that, if I've ever done that. So I don't really know which one I want to go for. I think I'm going to use the pink. Ooh. I'm going to dust off everything and just go in because I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, I've used literally the tiniest amount, and I think I can go in with a little bit more. I'm hoping this is going to cover the redness of those pimples. That's what I used to do all the time. When I had really bad acne, I used to use really heavy blush because it'd kind of cover up the redness of the acne. So if you were struggling with a few like acne breakouts on your cheeks, that's what I used to do when I was really bad with acne. Okay, you know what? That's not bad. I think as long as you use a very light hand, it looks quite nice. And I think it's gonna match this look that I have in mind pretty well as well. I know that if you mix these two shades together, you get like a really beautiful peach, and that doesn't scare me. But these two separately really do. I think that's nice. My nose looks horrific, which is great. I love that. I'm gonna have to exfoliate tonight because my nose is suffering a little bit, but you know what? I have nearly stabbed myself in the face with the end of the brush way too many times in this video. But you know what? No, that's fine. That's nice. It's looking a bit flushed, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, that has given me some confidence with this. I'm not gonna lie. That's given me a little bit of confidence to actually reach for this, because I like that. That's really pretty for like an everyday summer kind of look. It's giving kind of summer, spring, fresh kind of vibes. And I'm definitely interested to use this orange one on its own as well to see what happens there. But I think we're okay. I think we've got away with that one. So now let's move on to highlight. And I've always said I love 2016 makeup. 2016 makeup I want back. However, there is one certain highlighter in my collection that is almost too blinding, and that is this. This is my Makeup Obsession Mega Lightning Highlight, and this is so good if you want the most blinding, ridiculous, see you from space kind of highlight, because you will definitely be seen from space with this. This is almost too much, and I can't believe I'm saying that because this was like £4. It is so inexpensive, but oh my gosh, warning, be careful. So I'm going to take a tiny little bit, dust it off again, and I'm going to pop this on with a little bit more of a fluffy highlight brush. I think because it's so pale as well, it definitely creates a little bit of a cast. With a bit of a fluffy brush, that works a lot better actually. Okay, because normally my highlight brush is this brush. So you can see there's a big difference between the two, and if you want more pigment, normally you use a smaller, denser brush. If you want less pigment, you use a bit more of a fluffy brush. So using this fluffy brush is definitely a lot better. Okay, maybe I don't have to be scared of this anymore, because I'm not gonna lie, like I have been avoiding this because it can get a bit too much. And I think because it's got such a like white pigment in it as well, oof, if you go a bit too far, everyone's gonna know. I don't even know if this is still available, but I did buy this on recommendation from Make Me Up Miss Her. I miss her videos so much. I miss her. Make Me Up Miss Her. I'm very heavy-handed with my makeup, and that is what I've learned, okay? I go in and put on. So I think I need to learn to be a little bit lighter handed with my makeup, because that's what I'm learning in this video. I'm just priming with my Urban Decay primer potion. This doesn't terrify me. We're busy mates. Okay, now for eyeshadow. This was very kindly sent to me in PR, and it wasn't like a new release or anything, but I think they just sent it to me to be kind and be nice, which I'm so grateful for. But this is the Pastel Roses Rose Delights eyeshadow palette, and I mean, I'm going to repeat myself, I don't reach for warm tones very much, and this is very much a warm tone palette with pinks, which are my favourites in the world. I'm not keen on pinks, I really don't like pinks, but today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to try our best, and I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it, that's what I'm telling myself. So, I'm going to go in first with Petals, which is a shade that I would never use normally, but we're facing our fears today. And I'm gonna start popping that all throughout the crease. I absolutely adore this brand. Like, this brand is so close to my heart. However, pinks, I'm still a little bit scared about. I don't want to go all out with this eyeshadow look because I do have a red lip as well. I'm so scared of red lips. It is not even funny. I literally cannot complain about the formula of this palette. I have used it a few times. So if this colour story is a really good colour story for you, I would 100% recommend it. Quality, gorgeous. It's just colour story. I'm scared of. I'm just not used to seeing myself in pinks at all. It's so weird. Ugh. Okay, as I'm popping this on the lower lash line, I am finding that it's not sticking because of the powder. It's not the palette, it's the powder that we used under the eyes. It just makes putting eyeshadow on so difficult. So we've got that pink on. Whew. I feel so strange. I feel so strange. What are we gonna do now? I mean, if we're really sticking to the theme of this video, we should do these reds, because red is also a colour that scares me, but I just don't want it to be too much with the red lip. Or should we just go all out? Oh, I don't know. I'm so scared. I'm gonna go with Red Rose, which is the bright red. And I'm going to start blending that in the crease. What I love about this red, and it's something that I've said before in a few videos, is I really hate reds that are secretly dark pinks. I want a red to be red. And as you can see, this is red. It doesn't blend pink, which thank God. The amount of times I've been caught out by that, it's not even funny. Okay, this look is going to be pretty intense just because of the lip. I think if I had a different like nude lip, it wouldn't be as intense, but I mean, this video isn't all about it looking absolutely stunning. It's just about me playing around with you guys. Some looks are gonna be a little bit dodgy. Not all of them can be winners, you know? Now, I'm gonna, on the same brush, go in with Heart, which is the dark red, and just pop that on the outer V, just to add a little bit of depth. I really hope this doesn't stain my eyes. Oh, I look so strange. I don't recognize myself. I could definitely use this palette for the neutrals, but I just like never think of this palette for neutrals, you know, because it's so red. But there are some really gorgeous neutrals, like these two. These are slightly more rosy tones, which I can totally get on board with. This shade as well, Secret, is almost like a... You're gonna laugh when I say this because this doesn't make sense, but like a yellow taupe. I don't know. Right, so I'm gonna do the lid, and we're going to use one of these pinks. I'm not sure which pink I want to use. Oh, they are beautiful. Like the shimmers of this palette is so stunning. Like this has some blue in it, which I really want to put all over the eyes. I'm not even going to lie, but that would not be the theme of this video because that to me is so, I need to actually use that because that is so beautiful. That blue reflect, ooh, I really want to use it, but I'm not going to because we need to use shades that I'm scared of. I think this shade is more pink, so I think I'm going to use that. This is the shade Romance. I'm going to pop this on the eye. The shimmer quality of the Pastel Roses is mwah, so good, and you can get 20% off with code Caitlin20. That is not affiliated. I don't get any money from that. That's just for you to save some monies. I mean, oh, it is so pretty. Just this shimmer is so pretty. I love them. And I'm just literally dipping into this shade once per eye. And that is the payoff that I get. It just speaks for itself. And I am using the fluffy brush just to blend those shimmers a little bit, just so it's not like a harsh line, you know? Is this my aesthetic? No. Is it my kind of like vibe? No. This is opposite, but that was the point of this video. So we succeeded. Okay, now I'm gonna do lips because I'm gonna do lashes and stuff off camera because, I mean, if you've been here, you know why I cannot do lashes on camera. If you know, you know. I was going to use this blue mascara because I am very scared of this, but it's just not going to go at all. I'm going to try and incorporate this in a different video because I've been saying for so long, I'm scared of this. I don't want to use this on my lashes. It terrifies me. And I was like, this video is the perfect excuse to use it, but it's just going to look really odd. So I will use this, but not in today's video. Lips. Oh, this is going to look so much with this look, but I have a red lip. So these are the Colourpop Lippie Sticks in Jam Sesh and the KVD Everlasting Lip Liner in Rosary. And these were my go-to red lip combo when I was at drama school. In drama school, they like you to wear red lip. I don't know why, it's just one of those things. And I think I've got PTSD from red lips because of that, because since leaving drama school, I have never worn a red lip once. This is gonna bring back some unhappy memories, so yay, let's go. I'm already getting flashbacks. I'm not gonna lie. So uncomfortable right now. Right. Oh gosh, I don't like it. I think if it wasn't with this look, I think if I did like a really neutral, smoky, like winged eyeliner or something, and then a red lip, it wouldn't be that bad. But I think it's because like everything is red. Everything is pink. So Let's go. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. This makes me very uncomfortable because, again, the whole drama school thing, I've not worn a red lip since, and I think especially with the eye look, like, I know it doesn't go, I know it's too much, but I needed to for this video, so I'm gonna put my lashes on, hope that it makes any kind of difference. I struggle with lashes so much now. If you know, you know. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna try and make this work. So please stay with me, because everyone just keep your fingers crossed, please. Okay, I will see you in a sec. I feel like this is the best I've done my lashes since I got my lash perm. I decided I'm doing different things every time to try and make them look a bit better. So I decided to line the top of my eyes with this because I found that there's still a gap and I just can't get under the perm to like fill the gap. So I put this all over the top of my eyes and I feel like that helped quite a lot. I'm also wearing half lashes because I'm not getting a full lash on these. Honestly, I'm like really looking forward to this perm to drop out now. I'm like over it. You know, it was a good idea at the time and now I'm like, no, facing the repercussions. I don't know. Maybe I should just try and find some smaller lashes again. But I feel like these are okay. Watch me edit this video back and be like, no, they're not. But am I about to wipe this lip off? Yeah. Yes, I am. The eyes aren't too bad. Okay, if I do this with a nude lip, yeah, okay, I can deal with that. It's nice. It's the lip. I think if I did the lip with a different eye, it'd be nice. And if I did the eye with a different lip, it'd be nice. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to just do all of the things that scare me. So here we go. What do you think? What are you thinking? I don't know. I think it's a bit much. But as I said, it's for the sake of the video. I kind of feel like if you do a red lip, you've kind of got to forsake the eyes. And I just love eye makeup. So that's why I never do it. I'd rather do dramatic eyes than a dramatic lip. So they are my thoughts. What do you think of this video? Let me know. Again, don't forget, what is something that you are terrified of in your collection? I'm so glad I did this video because it has pushed me out my comfort zone a little bit. And I feel like I've found some ways to use these things that don't terrify me too much. So that is amazing for me. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers. And every single subscriber counts and helps towards that goal. I am so grateful for all the support on this channel. But with that being said, this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.